most people imagine hyperbitcoinization as an S curve, like the TV had, or radio, or the internet, or Facebook and Google. They all had an S-shaped adoption curve where nothing happens in the beginning, and there's a catch-up effect phase where everyone's onboarded. But money is a different beast. When everyone on Earth has some Bitcoin, that's not the end point, because when everyone's onboarded, there's still more money to put into Bitcoin. I don't see an endpoint there either, because what we have then is a global sound money free market without interventionism, which is a much, much more well-oiled mechanism for human progress than what we have now. We have to remember that what we're living in now is a handicapped system. It's severely handicapped. It's like a dog on three legs, the world economy.
I definitely agree with you on the fact that we have no idea just how much better life is going to be once we take money out of the hands of the state. It's unimaginable for people under living in a mental prison to think about how much life would be better. And I think we can imagine people like us who are into Bitcoin, who have taken the orange pill. We can imagine that things will be better under Bitcoin, but we have no ability to imagine what they would actually be like.
This invention or discovery could be weirder than we think. It could like be something that we truly can't wrap our heads around. If there's no endpoint to hyperbitcoinization, what does the world look like in 100 years from now? That's like impossible to predict.
Imagine the world after 150 years or 110 years from the gold standard. It's the first time that we have hard money in 110 years, but we have a lot more technology because we've developed all of the technology that we developed under the gold standard has developed under fiat. Fiat wasn't all hyperinflationary death and destruction and war. We did have years of relatively low monetary inflation. And so there has been development and some capital accumulation, and it's been amazing. Now, to imagine what would happen with this world, as you say, with Bitcoin is, I think one way to think about it is that we're probably not going to have these things called GDP statistics. There was no such a thing as GDP statistics under the gold standard, and I don't think we'll have this nonsense under